Hi, Gemini. Let's see what's going on for the first couple weeks of July. All right, and we'll start with love first, and then I'll go into career second part. Okay. So let's start with love for Gemini. Gemini's please watching this video. Okay. Okay. So right now it looks. I just taken a look at the recent past. So this would be like probably about now when you're watching it. If you're just because this would be like the end of June or so. So today is the 28th of June. So I have the Sun, the Tower, and the Ace of Wands. So I mean, some of you could be dealing with a Leo. That's very we have the Ace of Wands here with the Sun card. That could be. The Tower here, though, I think this is like something that just kind of like suddenly has been sprung on you. Something like, just like this, something came out of the blue, and it's either like a new relationship or just if you're already in an existing relationship, it's like just some sort of like great passion that just like came out of the blue. Like, wow, I haven't seen that for a while. Or, it could even be just like a new idea that you guys get as a couple. That's possible too. For the single ones, like I said, it would be more of something like somebody new has just like kind of like, wow, came in and like really kind of, it makes you happy. It surprised you, but you're feeling like really good about this particular situation. So in any of those scenarios, this works, single, couple, whatever. Either way, there's happiness going on here, but it's like, it's something that came out of the blue and, it's either a very good idea or it's just some, some really great kind of passion and good energy that way. So let's see where all this is going here. Wow, these cards are so slippery. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so for some of you, this could be reigniting, like some sort of passion with somebody that you've had for a long time, or just somebody returning again, like a reconciliation. That's possible too. Or it could just be some sort of collaboration, like for you guys that are already coupled, it could be some sort of collaboration, some sort of partnership idea where you guys both work on it together. That's good for you and the family. With the Six of Cups here, the Six of Cups is a little different in this deck than the Rider-Waite. It's very apparent that this is like children, and I mean, in the Rider-Waite deck, it kind of looks like children, but there's one that looks a little older. In this, these are two kids, definitely. So to me, it kind of looks like, you guys are working on something together for the family. Okay. For the single people out there, this to me looks like a reconciliation, so, I mean, even though we have the Ace of Wands and something which seems new, and maybe you have both, maybe you have both going on. Maybe there's something new coming in that's new, or and then somebody else is from the past is returning, or it's just that it's a new way of looking at this person, okay, that is from your past, and it's like much more interesting to you this time around. Okay, that could be. So for your obstacles, this can be hard for especially if something is strong and passionate and all of those types of things, because your obstacles are patience. And I know, that's no fun, because of that, but for some reason, this is an obstacle in things. And I'm not sure, maybe we can get there. I'm not sure what this is. May have something to do with a home environment for one of you, like maybe even moving or something like that. I don't see moving in together necessarily. I mean, that could be it too. Maybe that's what you guys are trying to do. You're trying to, maybe that's the like, great idea that's like making you happy. Maybe you guys are going to move in together, that be a family, that sort of thing. But there's some sort of patience that needs to be required here. Your obstacles are temperance and the two of swords. So I just see that it's going to take some time. There's some decisions that still need to be made. There's some sort of aspect to this that just cannot kind of come together yet, okay? And it might not even be super evident yet, but whatever it is, you'll know it when it happens that, oh, all right, this is why I need to wait a little bit, or the other person needs to wait a little bit, and it's going to be difficult because, there's this ignited passion of this new thing that you guys want to do, all right? For single people, again, it might be the same thing. Maybe there's just like, you've met this person, you want to get together with them, but there's like, oh my God, I've got to wait, before, because maybe they're, out doing business in whatever, Italy or something, and they, they're not going to come back to the States for this amount of time, anything like that. It's just going to require patience. Okay. Outcome is Four of Cups, which unfortunately for Geminis, this sucks too, because I know you guys, and my son's a Gemini too. So, it's like, it's patience, and I know that it's not just because of Gemini. I mean, and for any sign that's hard. I mean, if you have this thing and you want to do, and I mean, yeah, patience is an obstacle, and it's a hard one. I get it. But Four of Cups is kind of the outcome here. So this is about kind of, sitting back, taking the time, making sure this is exactly, because there may be some information that comes up. I have a feeling that's why the patience is going to be required. That's going to sort of maybe shed a little different light on the situation. And I don't mean that necessarily in a negative way. I mean, I'm not saying, there's a big secret out there. I don't see that. I just think that there's just a little bit more information that's going to come out that's going to cause this sort of delay or a little bit of contemplation, about this situation in love. Yeah, there may be travel involved here. And again, with the Leo, I do see that. Could possibly be Scorpio too. Is there, again, like I said too, there could be two people involved in this scenario. And, that could be what this decision is, this obstacle here with the patience and trying to decide, do I want to reconcile with such and such, or do I want to take this journey with this new passionate person that, I've met? Because I kind of do see that too. I mean, it's possible that you have a fire sign and a water sign, possible. But I do think that, or it's possible that this person has that. And maybe that's why this is taking a little bit of time and you're like trying to be patient because maybe they're getting out of something. That's very possible, actually. That's extremely possible as well, that they are getting out of something. Maybe they're recently separated, recently divorced, waiting. Maybe it's just a simple breakup and they're waiting, for things to kind of, to do it delicately so that they can, enjoy time with you. That's possible as well. Either way, the person you're dealing with, does want some sort of new start with you. They see slow growth into like maybe even a long-term type of deal. So they see this as potential for something, okay, to grow. That is good. I think there's something else they have to take care of first. I think that's why this is going to require your patience. That's kind of the gist of what I get here. For coupled Geminis, then it's kind of still the same deal. I think your partner has some sort of possible travel or something they need to do before they can get started on whatever this is that, is new to you guys. And if you don't have some sort of new idea or something like that, then again, it's just a simple reading of, you guys probably just had some like really, great reconnection in your relationship recently, and things just seem a little brighter. That could be. Sometimes it is just as simple as that, for readings. I mean, not everything grandiose always happens in 2 weeks, for general readings. But either way, it's a good vibe. I don't feel anything negative necessarily, at all coming from this. I think that it is going to be very challenging to be patient with the situation, and I probably don't see it necessarily being resolved in this 2 week reading either. With the Four of Cups as your outcome, I just have a feeling that it may take you a little while. If you have two people, it might take you a little time to make up your mind. Or if the other person is getting out of something, it just might be a little bit slower than you expected. There's that kind of information. All is good though for your end of things, except for the patience part, like I said, but love wise, you have some good things going on. All right. So it's just a matter of getting this, connected, and that's just going to take some patience. Okay. As I said, you did have some good cards coming in. You have the Eight of Wands. So this could be somebody traveling to you. Okay. That could very well be, it could just be communicating to you. We also have Strength. Okay. So again, with the Sun card up here, possibly dealing with a Leo with the Ace of Wands also. And then you have the Lovers card. Okay, so I believe these types of things will be coming in next reading. I just don't think that this is all going to gel quite yet, but have patience, because I don't see anything bad here either. So I think that's a good thing. So we'll see how that plays out in the next couple weeks. All right, let's take a look at your finances. If anybody wants to timestamp career stuff at let's do 11:38 for career for Gemini. Work and career for Gemini, please. Work and career for Gemini, please. It's clearest information for Geminis watching this video for work and career. They need to know. Highest information, okay. Wowee, Gemini. Okay, you got a lot of yellow, bright cards. Okay, so at the bottom, we have the Page of Pentacles, all right? So, some kind of new start coming in, possibly, ooh, wow, yeah, some crazy stuff going on down there. We'll get to that. All right, so very interesting. So your, position now, you have the Empress and you have the Fool, all right? So that's pretty nice, bright cards. This is about maybe taking some sort of leap into self-employment, could be, just something that is, and that could tie into that love reading, because there was some sort of idea there that had growth with a partnership, that sort of thing. If not, and that's not the case. Either way, this is about some sort of new venture, something that will require a leap of faith on your part. With the Empress card, I like it because the way I'm looking at it, because it's backwards on the computer, I don't know how that works, but the way I'm seeing it, the Fool is looking at the Empress, so I like that. It's like leaping towards growth and expansion and good things. Your obstacles, though, are... It's like this, okay. You may have the tendency to sort of be very comfortable where things are already, okay? And like, that you have this good idea, that you have the potential to go do this thing. Maybe it's a new job, maybe it's a new self-employment, plan, something like that. That you have the ability to do this, but will you? I think that's the question here. Because with the obstacles as Nine of Coin and Three of Cups, I see somebody who sort of is kind of okay where they're at. Like, they know they have this great idea and all that, but I don't see somebody like super... I do see you leaping out and trying it, okay? I do, but I think that you got to be careful not to kind of give up too quickly. or fall into old patterns, like of comfort and comfort zone. Definitely careful of like the too much socializing, too much networking. Don't over network. Don't over socialize. Don't overindulge at this time, like drinking, things like that. Don't be in your dreamland, state. This is about tangible making things happen. It is about taking that giant leap of faith. And the thing is, you're going to land safely. The Empress is like the mother. She's like the universal mother, I mean, she's there, she's there for you. And, you just got to keep that in mind, that this is what you're jumping towards. All right. Universal mother will catch you if you are making the right moves. She's not going to let you fall. All right. But you may have the tendency to kind of fall back into these patterns where it's like, oh, I'll do that soon, or, and not in a, like, I don't see you as being like lazy or anything like that. It's just sort of more like just not understanding the full potential you have of what you do, and possibly having the obstacle of falling back into things where it's like, oh, I put enough into that. I don't need to do that anymore. I'm gonna go out and network some more, or don't spend your time networking and socializing and overindulging and things like that. Just go get your stuff done, get working, and go for it. Now, your outcome, you have the 4 coin. So, the thing is that that's too kind of about holding on to what you already have. That's what I'm afraid of with this, is that you might already be so comfortable and not like you're so like lavishly, like you've got everything, like you're a trillionaire, not like that, but it's like you're probably okay that you don't really need to go do this thing. But the thing is, like, Universal Mother is like beckoning you to do this thing, and there's a chance that you might just kind of not, with this card, and you have a good idea. All right. So you do have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom. Now, as far as people looking for work and looking for a job, I think it's favorable. I think with the Empress and the Fool, I think that's favorable. I think you should look for things a little bit outside of the norm. Challenge yourself a little bit. Go for higher type jobs than you normally would. Go for all kinds of different types of jobs. Definitely in the care industry. That would be huge. But with this outcome, I think you'd be okay. 4 coin is pretty good. It's you're holding on to something, so you got something. So, it's a pretty decent card. I would just, again, be careful of, going out too much and sort of expecting things to come to you, because maybe things come easily to you. Maybe you're that type of person. Most people aren't, but, maybe there's a couple of you out there that have that ability where things just kind of come easily to you. And, that's kind of, not the vibe to be in with this. So anyways, so you do have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom. You have the 2 of Pentacles. So there might be a couple of choices coming in for those of you looking for work. There's like a few different offers that might come in on the table. And then suddenly, bam, something comes in. We got Queen of Wands, and we've got the Star card, which is like kind of a wish fulfilled, or, like your, hope and good things coming in, that you've desired and wanted. So you have good cards coming in. Just, be careful of those obstacles. They're not that heavy. These cards far outweigh, because they are major arcana. So this is really, where you have the potential to go, very much so. This is like, major arcana is like pretty good. I'm not going to say guaranteed, but kind of, I mean, they're pretty good cards, so your obstacles are not as strong, as these are awesome. So you can beat those, so, all right. So it looks like a good reading, Gemini. And, all right, great. And I will see you again for the second half of July soon. All right. Thanks, guys.